For most New Yorkers, Staten Island is just home to Snooki and the Jersey Shore crowd, or conservative political rallies. Islanders know the story is much more complicated. Staten Island, when it's not simply the forgotten borough, is often referred to as the borough of parks and gardens, home to McMansions and scenic nature preserves. Along the older North Shore, many communities struggle. Tompkinsville, like many of its neighbors, is strikingly diverse. Long a refuge for immigrant families with their distinctive restaurants and specialty stores, the neighborhood has a wide array of ethnicities and incomes. Many Tompkinsville residents battled the twin scourges of poverty and addiction long before the global pandemic was even a consideration. Many groups and individuals have long struggled to improve the lives of Staten Islanders. The Staten Island Urban Center runs programs for island youth and placed a pop-up forest in Tompkinsville Park with native plants and shrubs. Kayak Staten Island offers free public kayaking on the North Shore to folks who are otherwise not even aware that they live on an island. An unlikely ally is the New York City Department of Transportation.
Yeah, so my name is Nathan Randall Green. I'm an artist. I live and work in the Bronx, and this last week I've been on Staten Island at the corner of Victory and Bay, painting a mural on the asphalt through New York City Department of Transportation's Asphalt Art activations. So actually, the DOT finds areas for this asphalt art activation around the city, and they sort of put it close to the Open Streets program. So it's an amazing program where they shut down the streets so pedestrians can just walk around. It's around business districts and bars. Here we have a couple great restaurants, an amazing brewery. You can have a whole day just kind of walking up and down this spot, and then hopefully as you're coming to or fro, you get to enjoy an unexpected art moment. It's basically finding high traffic pedestrian areas where they could use a little bit of color. I applied to this program before the pandemic, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. Recently got a call and they accepted my kind of proposal, which is basically just me sending previous murals. At that point, they send me the plans for this site, and it's kind of up to me what I get to do. For this mural, I'm just doing basically this large-scale painting of multicolored stripes, kind of weaving in and out of each other. They're changing widths as you kind of navigate up and down the space, from 3 feet to 2 feet to 18 inches. My hope with that is that from one section of the mural, it looks longer than it actually is. From another, it looks shorter. It's just a little fun optical trick that I like to sort of play with. The idea for this was basically just bringing a little bit of color to a place where it wasn't before. The train station's over here. There's a pool over here. There's an elevated walkway. Thousands of people walk up and down this walkway every day, as well as across Bay Street. And, it's my hope that people just enjoy an experience of art in a place where they wouldn't expect it. And hopefully it takes people out of their, day-to-day monotony with just a little bit of excitement or color. The purpose of these paintings is basically to enjoy the interaction of color, to see how they affect one another and to see how they affect the space. I thought that this type of painting might kind of be a perfect mode of working for this location, because as I'm looking at the plans above, you have these big crosswalk stripes, you have big bus lane stripes, we've got the dotted lines of the street, so there's already this visual language of kind of stripes and this patterning of the landscape. I wanted to intensify that, multiply that, and then really inject all of this kind of visual vocabulary with colors so that it makes just a fun, almost dizzying, abstract experience of watching color interact with each other through these stripes weaving in and out of each other. It's about putting color in a place that you wouldn't expect it, and hopefully, reaching people that maybe wouldn't end up being at an art gallery or a museum. It's for children, it's for great-grandparents. You don't need a background to understand or appreciate it. It's for everybody, and I love doing it in the public. The experience of being an artist is like fairly lonely. Like you spend the majority of your time in a studio alone just working on this stuff. If you're lucky, you get an exhibition and you get to go have an opening and talk to people about it. But the experience of being out in the public space and just talking with people who are walking by, cars are like honking, people are waving, people are yelling at me. Well, look, I want to thank my amazing helpers, Audrey Green Eyes, Jess Underwood, George Carr. I want to thank everyone from the New York City Department of Transportation, everyone with the Asphalt Art activations, and then of course, Staten Island for welcoming me, and then everyone that gave me a thumbs up. Thank you.